encourage people to take more and even unlimited amounts of outdoor exercise. You can sit in the sun in your local park, you can drive to other destinations, you can even play sports.
Look how excited they are.
We are out, finally out of the house, able to go and do some photography, do some vlogs in the outdoors. It's going to be a good one tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But we're going to be out there and we're going to go and find some majestic trees, fields growing their crops, and God rays. That is the plan. We're going to try and do some compositing, why I composite, why you should expose the blend, and yeah, it should be an interesting evening. And I'm excited because if I get a shot like I captured the other day, check this out, but on camera, that is mine, believe it or not, that is mine. And that's what we're going to be trying to recreate tonight. So, should be good. Right, let's get this camera started. Let's get a move on, shall we? Little bit of an update. God rays are real. They are happening tonight. Look at that sky. Wowza. Now, it's just a case of finding the trees and finding the fields, which should be pretty easy around this area. Slow down for these sheepies. This over here, sorry about the wonky camera, but this over here is the kind of field I'm looking for, and I'll show you it right now. So if you have a look at that corn coming through, wheat, corn, I'm not quite sure what it is, but this is the kind of field I want. I want shape. So if you see here, it starts high, goes down into a bit of a dip just over here, and then you've got the majestic tree over there. But like I said, I want to have God rays in the background. So as lovely as this field is, it's not quite there. But this is the idea that I'm going for. Something like that. I have seriously missed having this chat at the back of my car. I have really missed it. I hope you guys have missed it too. Indoor photography, as fun as it is, always been nice and warm. It's not easy at all. And it is super nice to be back out and in the wilds again. The wilds, yeah, not the wildest, but it is nice. And the shot that I've got lined up, hopefully is going to do tonight some justice. Fingers crossed. So here we are, we're at the shop, and the sun is still a little bit high. So I might come back to this tree at a later date, and I may not, depending on what else I find. But I think it's time to get a shot, get one in the bag. So get the tripod set up. You might have noticed that I'm setting up the tripod quite low. And the reason why is I want that depth in the scene, and having the immediate foreground out of focus, leading into some sharper, and then the tree, and then the god rays. I think that helps guide your eye through into the scene. The shapes in the land, absolutely perfect. The light, a little bit flat in the foreground, but that's why we're going to do an exposure blend. I'm thinking 24 to 70, polarizer, take a little bit of that glare off. I am shooting towards the sun, but I still feel like it makes a little bit of a difference. And I'm setting the scene up in portrait, and that's so I can accentuate that grass and almost use that 24mm to contort and twist the perspectives and make the grass in the foreground look huge and the tree in the distance look small, but still draw your eye into that tree because that's in focus and it has that light behind it, the god rays. And I feel it's going to be a nice shot. So something that's working quite well for me is there's not a lot of wind, so therefore I'm not getting a lot of movement in that grass, so it's really being a lot more powerful in the scene than just blowing around. The tree looks incredible, the light behind it looks incredible, and what I did is I took one dark shot like you've seen just up here, took one dark shot where I underexposed everything other than that sky and that tree, so I'm going to leave that tree silhouetted. I think that's important. Then I took a shot at neutral where my light meter is in the middle, and that's how I've got that shadow close to me and the light in the middle of that valley and just that beautiful green coming across towards me. And then I took a lighter exposure, this one just here, so I've got that immediate foreground, and then I'll play, I'll blend, choose which bits I like, and yeah, make an epic image. There's something about this little composition here, it is just incredible. And I'm going to move over to another solo tree in the middle of a field just over that way that I found on Google Maps, and fingers crossed that one works out just as well as this one has. But there is one big difference, it's not wheat that we're going to be photographing across, corn, wheat. It's not this, it's going to be grass, but it's very uniform grass, so I think it'll still be as nice, maybe not as nice, but it'll still be nice. But I like the fact it's a solo tree, which is going to add to the image, I think. So let's head over that way and we'll see what we can get, because yeah, I've got a good feeling, so I'm going to quickly pack up and then I'll see you over there. So I was just thinking on my walk back to the car there, I said that I was going to talk about why exposure blending is such a good thing. And then I was thinking, how am I going to explain why it's such a good thing? And then I had an idea, and my idea is I'm going to take the picture that I captured of that scene where the sky wasn't blown out. So in theory, no information was lost. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit that and I'm going to bring it to life by bringing all the shadows up and putting colour and blah blah blah. I'm going to use every technique that I know how. And then I'm going to photograph, and then I'll do my exposure blend, composite, put everything together, and then put them side by side and let you be the judge on why exposure blending is such a good idea and a good technique to learn. And if you like, I'll do a video on it, but leave it in the comments below if you'd like me to do that. I'm sure I can do that for you guys. I can. Right, I will see you at the next tree. I just walked up to the tree that I was hoping to photograph, and yeah, it stands alone in its field. The grass does not work as well as corn. I didn't even need to get my camera out to notice that. But the tree is as high as the God rays, which just doesn't work. So I'm not going to photograph this tree here. I'll talk a little bit about why. So this is the tree right here. The sun is just over there, and the sun is as high as the tree is. So the God rays are not going to be above the tree, coming down, making it look godly. They're just going to be behind it, which doesn't really work. So the grass, yeah, lovely. The tree, lovely. But together, it's not quite there. So I'm going to jump back in the car and I'm going to see if I can find another field that has a little bit more what I'm looking for. That's not it. But I will see you when I find it. I'd say we would meet at my next tree. Yeah. I think for trees, we're kind of done. I couldn't find anything else. Anything else that stood out and ticked the boxes, and then the sun's well out and it's not making God rays. And you know, sometimes you just got to know when the mission is over. And I think it is this time. But the evening is not, because the sky has only just started to get pretty. And the view that I'm thinking about capturing now is looking tip top. So I've got a little bit of a walk across this field, and then camera out, telephoto on. I know, exciting. And then there's a bit of a debate going on in the husband household on which composition looks best. My granddad thinks one, and I'll show you which one that is, but I think the other, and I'll show you which one that is. And then you tell me at the bottom which one you prefer. So this is the composition I like. I like this tree out here, that tree over there, roseberry in the middle. I think that makes a beautiful image. I like that. Now my granddad thinks this looks better. So this, the way roseberry comes round, points up into the tree, and he likes the fact that it makes a bit of a circle. Now crop out this bit and chop off a bit of that sky. I just flipped it into portrait because I just thought that's going to be a much easier way to do this and get my point across. But that's the idea he likes. Now I'm going to try and shoot both, and I'm going to do my best to give them the best chance of being the best, and then at the end let me know what you think. So what I'm doing is plain and simple. I'm taking a shot where the grass and the light is at its best, just here, and then I've lifted that exposure for that immediate foreground just here, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to darken this shot right up. I'm going to make them clouds look super dramatic. And in post I'll probably add a little bit more blue and then make them a little bit more sultry, and I might even sculpt them a little bit. And if you've never seen what sculpting is, and sculpting clouds using layer masks, leave a comment below. I could do a video on that too. I could. I really like balance in photography. It's one thing I'm finding out. I really quite like a lot of balance. I like the way the trees are on either side, roseberries in the middle, and the light is absolutely beautiful right now. I'm going to shoot that there, and I love the way the light comes across that corner into the picture. It sort of draws your eye across. It sort of acts like a little bit of a paddling pool, like stepping stone of light. Then I'm going to raise that exposure again, get a little bit more of them shadows. You know, I'm not going to, don't worry, I'm not going to make a HDR. Oh, that was an accidental shot. And then I'm going to drop that exposure down nice and low, and then boom. And then I'll blend them all together and make a nice image. Fingers crossed. The sky is so much nicer tonight than it was last night. The light is starting to look beautiful, but I just don't know what to do with it. I don't know whether to switch lens and start getting a little bit more of the sky, whether just to switch into portrait mode and do a quick sweep. Really don't know. But sorry about the length of this vlog. But it's lovely and warm and I don't feel like rushing home. But this, I think, is going to be pretty special. So I'm just going to sit here and chill, see what happens. But I suppose I'll put you on another time lapse, because everyone likes time lapses. So I'll see you when that's over, and I'll show you what I've got. So I think that is going to be about me this evening, and I think the photography's gone well. It's been a bit sporadic. It's been flowing like a river. Source being up here, all the excitement of being out and about, bringing you guys with me, flowing through light trails, sorry, not light trails, flowing through God rays, and then into grand pictures of trees and oaks and hills and gorgeous light. And look at this behind me. Look, it's like a snake. Now, if I didn't care about the countryside, I would definitely plod straight across to that tree and get my wide angle out. But I can't bring myself to do it, especially when I know the farmer is just over there. But that would make one hell of an image. Just that. That is pretty spectacular. The sky is going to do amazing things, but I don't know what to do with it. But I think that is going to be all from me and you. I may do some talky bits over bits of camera and pictures that I've liked. But I hope you've enjoyed the vlog. First one back in the riding seats, in the driving seats of an outdoor vlogger, a landscape vlogger. And it's been nice, it's been lovely, and no gloves, lovely and warm. It's great. I love the summer. But anyway, waffling now. So if you enjoyed the video and you're new to the channel, this is what I normally do. So yeah, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, tell me which picture you'd prefer, whether it was the hill facing the tree or the two trees on either side of the hill. I know which one I like, but beauty is in the eye of the beholder, especially the photographer that captured it. But anyway, I will see you next week, somewhere new. Maybe even some beach photography. You never know. Right, anyway, see you next week. Peace out.
Some very excited cows out here.